In today's video, you're going to get to see a beautiful 1967 Chevelle. Hello everybody and welcome to Classic Car ChitChat. My name is Kevin. I am thrilled you're joining me today. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing you to a gentleman. His name is Graham. He has an absolutely gorgeous 1967 Chevelle SuperSport. It has a 396 engine in it. It's got this pristine white color. Heck, it's even got white paint underneath that Graham will be the first one to tell you that he actually goes under and cleans. What makes this car a little bit more special is the fact that it is considered the 138 car, which means the actual VIN number has the code 138, implying that this is one of the true SuperSport Chevelles. So, without further ado, let's hop in, let's go for a drive, and let's check out this beautiful 1967 Chevelle SuperSport. All right, Graham, rev the engine for me, sir. That is a beast of an engine. Hump the horn. Perfect. Turn her off.
Okay.
All right, Graham. Tell me what you've got here, sir.
Well, Kevin, we've got a 1967 Chevelle SuperSport, powered by a 396 cubic inch engine. It's a true 138 car.
So tell me what that means, really.
138 car is the 138 are the first digits in the VIN tag, which signifies a true SuperSport. It came down the line as a real SuperSport car.
Really?
Yeah.
And why is that significant? Like if it didn't have the 138
It could be just any Malibu or any four-door Chevelle or whatever, the station wagon. Their numbers are 136. This is a 138.
And how many 138s were made, do you reckon?
They say they made about 66,000 SuperSports.
Okay.
So would you like to look under?
We will. We'll get there in a minute. Let me kind of absorb her beauty for a second.
Okay.
Oh, she's absolutely lovely. How long have you had the car then?
I've had it 6 years.
6 years. And why the Chevelle? What made you buy her?
I was looking for a 1970 Chevelle, and that deal really didn't go through too well. So a friend of mine put me on to this, and I went and had a look, and I decided on this one.
And was it love at first sight?
Well, kind of. I was 16 when this car was new, and my dad had one, but he didn't have.
So now you just dated yourself. Now I know exactly how old you are.
He didn't have a SuperSport. He just had the Malibu. So it's kind of a coincidence.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is original about this car? Like, is everything as stock as it came?
Yeah,
back in the day?
This car has had it's a California car. It's had a full body off nut and bolt rotisserie restoration. It is a numbers matching engine car. It has all the original body panels. It's been redone from top to bottom. It being done on a rotisserie, it's as white underneath as it is on top.
Seriously?
I've actually waxed the bottom of this car.
Wow.
Yeah. All the floor pans and the rear wheel wells and under the trunk, it's all white.
So who did the restoration? Was that back in California?
No, it was done here,
okay.
And I really don't know. The fella I bought the car from knows who did the restoration, but I really don't. I bought the car just as you see it.
Wow. What immaculate condition she's in, though.
Yeah, somebody did a really nice job when they did this car.
I love the vinyl roof, too.
Yeah, yeah, and it looks brand new.
It does. Is this a one-piece roof? Is that like just a decorative seam, do you think? Or is that actually done in
No,
parts?
it's a decorative seam.
It is
I think,
decorative.
yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
one piece. Wow. But the, like all the elements, like the trim pieces, like it's perfect.
Yeah, all the stainless, all the chrome is like in show condition. It's really, really, really nice. Like I say, the whole car has been redone.
This really is like a concours level car, isn't it? Like it's immaculate.
It's pretty close, yeah. Yeah, all the down the side is all laser straight. There's no ripples, there's no dents. All the body lines are pretty straight, pretty even.
Now, would these have been the original rims from back in the day? Was that
They're
the option?
I don't know if they're the original to the car, but that is the original rim for a 1967 SuperSport. And they signify power disc brakes
Oh,
in the front only,
in the
drums
front
in the
only.
back.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
if-
so many cars of that vintage, right?
Yeah, yeah. So if you order disc brakes, you got these rims.
Was disc brakes in the rear even an option, do you think?
Not on these cars.
No, hey?
No.
Just the front.
Corvettes probably back then, but not these cars.
And this one actually has the two side mirrors too.
Yeah, that I guess that was an option. So whoever bought it originally
Oh my gosh.
decided to do two mirrors.
Graham, this is absolutely stunning. I love the elements, like the little grill, like the chrome grill here too.
Yeah, I wish they were functional, but they're not.
They're
just,
decorative.
They're just decorative, yeah.
We'll take it. Yeah, it's fine. My
Yeah, it
God.
gives the car a bit of a mean look.
It does, doesn't it? I don't know how to describe it, but it's just, it gives it that, it's got power. It looks like it's moving but standing still at the same time. Just amazing. And where in Ontario did you find the car?
Believe it or not, Bob Cajun.
Really?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the friend of mine has this friend up in Bob Cajun. He's been flipping cars for years.
Okay.
And he had this car, and he's the one that said, you know, why don't you go and see this 67 and you might like it. So that's what I did.
And you loved it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the longest trip this car's been on, from Bob Cajun down here.
So you basically drive it locally then?
Locally, yeah.
Me too. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
And we always look at the weather first, right?
Oh,
Just
God,
to
yeah.
make sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I know the feeling. Man. You know what I love here is the chrome, even at the bottom. Like the way they've done it.
Yeah.
The attention to detail. Fantastic. And look at that, even under the wheel. You're not kidding there, are you, Graham?
No, it's painted white because it was done on a rotisserie, totally taken apart. So the hole underneath of the body is white.
I am so impressed. Everything, like even the chrome there is.
Yeah, that's
just
stainless
immaculate.
around there.
Oh,
yeah.
it is stainless.
Yeah.
Just polished stainless steel.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
just the
there's
way.
no dings, no dents.
No,
I've been fortunate, no stone chips.
perfectly straight too. Like I love this line. Just that the way the line shadows everything. And what is the color? Do you know? What is?
I don't. It's not a factory white, that's for sure. It's brighter than white, so I really don't know what they chose. I wish I had more information about the restoration, but I don't.
You know what else is cool as well from the outside? I love the way how this rear window part is kind of covered. You've got that extension on either side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gives it that really sleek look. Nothing to do with aerodynamics, probably.
No,
You know,
not at
forget
all.
the wind
No.
tunnel, but it just looks sharp.
No. Yeah.
And
that-
then this extra gap here, like the way that's designed.
yeah. The
So,
window
so
was like
sharp.
that for '66 and '67.
So shall we look at the engine then?
Sure. You'd like to?
Hey, before we do that,
Mhm.
where exactly is the gas and the
Under the license plate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Out the way, nice
There
and
it is,
clean.
yeah.
Even that's polished.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right down to the nuts and bolts that hold on to the license
Wow,
plate.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So Graham, when you get round to cleaning her, you go through everything, don't you?
Yeah, but I keep up with it, so I don't have to go
It's not a lot
crazy.
of work.
It's not a lot of
just
work, no.
Superficial.
Yeah, yeah.
Very cool. Let's have a look at the engine.
Okay.
Oh, Graham.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord, man.
Yeah, I've given it a bit of a dust off.
A little bit. I could use some choice language right now. This is incredible.
Yeah, it is the numbers matching engine to the car. I've got a bit of paperwork to prove that.
My, oh my. Graham, let me just take this in for a moment. This is in better condition than most new cars. Like,
Yeah, because people don't take their new cars and try to polish the engine, that's for sure.
but everything. Like, my Lord. Hey, what is this bottle here?
That's actually the original bottle to the car. That is your windshield washer refill bottle. And
So that's the
I guess
spare
you went into
bottle?
the dealership. It's a
Yeah.
glass bottle. You went into the dealer
Yeah,
and bought that, and you could top up your windshield.
I love it.
Yeah, so that's actually the one to the car. The
My
heat's fading the
goodness.
paint, so I don't have it in the car all the time because
So this bottle has been touched by many hands over the years.
I
too,
guess
right?
so, yeah.
You know what? It's so cool to keep a little bit of that original element to it. And the battery placement had always been in the front. Too,
Always
right?
there, yeah. Yeah, but it has the original style clamps for the
Wow.
battery.
And what does that say? So Chevrolet.
Oh, that's on all
Tonawanda?
big block cars, that sticker.
So is that the location where they were built?
Tonawanda, yeah. If that's what it
Where's that?
says on there.
New York
yeah.
State?
Yeah.
Amazing. Graham. My, oh my, oh my. And the serial numbers you're referring to, so where would you actually see that on the car? Where is
Well,
that
here's the
stamped?
VIN plate
Oh, it's
here.
back there.
Here's the plate. So if you see the first three numbers there are 138 right here. See?
Ah, okay.
138. Otherwise, that would be 136.
So that's
And
really
they- And that means it's a true
confirmation.
super sport car. Yeah.
and again, body by Fisher.
Fisher.
right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
My gosh. A thing of beauty. Now, were you in the market for a Chevelle specifically?
Yeah, I was looking for a 70, and
Well,
when
why
I-
70? Why
Well,
is that
to me, the two
significant?
best years are either a 70 or a 67. Those are the 2 years I like the best.
Because of what? The body
Just
style
the
is
body
different?
shape, yeah. And I decided on the 67.
She's a big car. Like, she's quite long.
Yeah, this was an intermediate car back in the day because the Impala was the
Mid-size?
full size.
Really?
This is
Oh,
mid-size. Yeah, the
wow.
Impala was the big car. Yeah, this is the mid-size car of the day.
There's something about the stance of the car, isn't there?
Yeah,
How do you
it sits
define
really
this?
nice.
It does,
Yeah,
it does.
sits really nice.
And I love the leading edge of this too. Just the way it kind of slopes forward at that angle. You see elements of so many other cars when you see this kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Like you see that and you think, okay, I've seen that kind of design in another car.
But if you
But,
see the front of a 66, it's totally
It
different.
is different.
Yeah,
Wow.
the same with the back.
And how much space in the trunk?
Oh, there's quite a bit. Let's see if I have my keys.
So here's a question for you. The SS is obviously for the SuperSport.
Right.
Was there ever just a basic model?
Oh
of
yeah,
this?
a Malibu.
Just the Malibu, same
Malibu,
shape, same
Yeah,
everything?
and even a really base Chevelle 300.
Okay.
But the Malibu is the more popular one.
Good Lord. What is this texture here?
Hmm?
What is the texture?
Oh, they spray that on
Oops,
all the trunks. I can't remember the name of what this is called, but all the Chevys back in those days had this speckle finish on. So they actually
So they
applied
replicated
it.
the same
They applied
thing?
it again when they did the car.
Amazing.
Yeah.
The Lexus floor mats are not from this car,
No,
obviously.
they're the one I usually have under my feet when I'm
Right
driving
on.
it. I just took it out for now.
Man, everything, like even the rubber. This car is absolutely mint.
It is in
truly
nice shape. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, when they restored this car, they did a very nice job.
The paint color is gorgeous too. I don't know how to define the paint even. I guess it's white, but it pops,
It's
right?
pop, yeah, it's white.
The tire, original?
No, that's
No?
just an old spare that I had to put in because I had no spare tire when I bought the car.
Would that have been sort of period correct, this style of tire? Like
No,
the
not
general?
really. It's sitting on a period correct rim, but it's
Okay.
just a tire that I had to get just to have myself a spare.
Got it.
Yeah.
Just in case. Man, she's beautiful. Can we take a look inside?
Sure. Okay.
Graham, what is this? It's brand new.
Yeah, everything in the interior has been totally redone from the carpeting to the headliner. All the seats have been refoamed and obviously recovered. It has seat belts front and back. It's actually the original radio to the car. It's an AM radio and it does work.
Oh, wow.
And the clock on the console actually works and it keeps pretty good time.
I love this clock. I absolutely love that clock. It's gorgeous. And you've got a tack on this too.
Yeah, I have a tachometer, which was an option in '67.
Okay.
And that tachometer is called the blinker tack
Why?
because GM installed it right over in front of the left-hand turn signal. So they incorporated the left-hand turn signal into the face of the
Inside?
tack.
Really?
Yeah. And so it got the nickname the blinker tack.
And the brake pedal actually has
Disc brake on it.
the attention to detail is amazing. Look at the seats even.
Yeah, it's nice what they did back in those days, you know, with the nice chrome trim and,
For sure.
yeah.
I wonder what condition this car was before it got restored like this.
I think it was in pretty good condition. From what I understand, it was a California car, and it didn't get driven very much. So I think they started with a completely rust-free car. I don't
My
think this car has had any body work whatsoever. It's just been blocked and sanded and painted.
You know what? Our friends in California and Texas, like the southern U.S. states, are so spoiled with their climate, aren't they?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, we have to put up with so much salt and nonsense going on. That's why we can't even drive it early in the season, because you got to make sure you get a good rainstorm.
Exactly.
Get rid of it all.
Yeah. I don't take this out until I know all the salt dust is off the roads.
Got it. And the badging here too, so GM would have actually stuck something
Yeah,
like
that was put on there on both doors.
Beautiful.
But all the weather stripping on this car is soft and new and supple, and it's you know, even the new fuzzies between the windows, everything is new.
It really is a brand new car.
It
isn't
really is a brand new car. Yeah.
And probably drives that way too. Oh, I just noticed. So you've got, it's not power seats. Just
Oh no, that's just
forward
an adjustment to go forward and back.
But even that is chrome.
It's a chrome.
finish.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no AC, none of that nonsense.
None
just
of that. No.
Basic power.
No, it was an option, but not on this car. Yeah, and then
Yeah,
this is
absolutely
the
love
button to get you into the back seat.
Yeah.
So it, you know.
Oh my, look at that though. Even the rear seat. That's like a brand new seat.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And I think in the last 6 years, I think somebody's only sat back there twice.
And you've got definitely ashtrays back here.
Two back there, one on each side.
Oh, and you've got the winders for the rear windows too. Very
yeah.
slick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does this whole frame come down as well?
Everything,
It does,
everything
right?
comes down, so it's a complete hard top, and the windows
Oh,
work.
yeah.
All the
Look at
windows
that,
work
completely
perfectly.
disappear.
So
So when you close the
when
door,
you close the door, you get the full. Oops! You get the full effect.
you gotta love that.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, there's something magical right there.
Yeah, it's a nice roof line on this car.
For sure. I'm so impressed with this.
Oh, thank you very much.
Like everything. Graham, like I don't know where to look. I can't find fault anywhere. Not that I'm looking for it, but it's just like, surely there's something that looks off, but no. Even the bloody wiper blades are chrome.
Yeah, yeah. and they do work as well. Everything in the car does work. All the gauges work. Even the indicator light to tell you high beams are on, it works. And the indicator that tells you park brake's on, it works. So they didn't miss a trick, really.
Man, oh man. And no problems keeping it cool when you drive in our hot summers?
When I first had it, I had some problems with cooling,
Right.
but now that's been solved, and I have no problem whatsoever.
So you didn't have to modify it in any way to try and
no,
get it
just
cool?
played with a new fan and a fan shroud, and that was it.
It's interesting, that's all it takes sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit of direction of that
Yeah.
cool air.
Because this car was restored to look like it sat in the showroom. Like there's no custom goodies or whatever added. It was just the way it would have been sitting in the showroom in '67.
I can picture this on a turntable almost, just spinning around, just teasing everybody, saying, look at me. And the radio antenna was always placed in the front like that?
It was an option to have it in a rear antenna.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, again, it was an option back then.
She's lovely. Shall we go for a little drive?
Sure, if you'd like.
Do that. Do your thing. That engine sound alone, my friend.
Okay, here we go.
You can never get enough of this. Actually, who needs a radio when you got an engine sounding like this?
That's right, you can't hear it anyway.
Wow. The ride is incredible.
It's not bad because it is a big car, you know, and it's, like I say, it's basically done the way it was back then. It hasn't got any fancy shocks. It's basically a stock suspension.
Oh my Lord, Graham. I bet you feel young every time you get behind this wheel.
Yeah, it does give you a good feeling.
No doubt.
That's for sure.
And especially as people watch the car go by thinking, what, especially for the younger people, like they're thinking, what is this? Like they haven't seen one of these ever, right?
That's true. I get a lot of looks with this car for sure. A lot of thumbs up.
A lot of thumbs up.
Horn honks and stuff like that.
That's what makes it all worthwhile.
It kind of does, yeah.
I am just so impressed with the ride.
Yeah.
It is very smooth.
It's pretty smooth, yeah.
So how many miles on this thing altogether?
Well, the odometer is showing 31,000 miles.
Yeah.
When I got the car, it only is very high 27,000.
Okay.
Now, I don't know how real that is. I know the car was never driven a lot, but even to me, that is too low. But but I'm not really sure. That's just the thing that I'm missing.
Can you imagine just for a moment that it was the original mileage? That would be...
that'd be incredible.
That would be something else.
Yeah.
I do love the old radio, though.
Yeah, and it's amazing that it works, you know, and the clock actually works.
The clock is just amazing. I love this thing. That color, too.
Yeah, no, it's
got that old radium thing going on, right?
Because a lot of the old cars, the clock's always quick.
Gas is actually cheap for once.
Oh yeah.
It's rare saying that.
It is rare saying
it's not that cheap, but hey, seems like a deal.
Yeah, probably $1.90 something for this car.
Yeah, easy. So if I ask you a question then, if you think back, what was the very first car you ever bought?
Oh, the first car I actually owned was 1969 Nova.
Okay.
I bought that used. That was my very first car. And just before that, I was driving my dad's Malibu, like this one.
Right.
And then I bought that Nova. And I only had it about a year and a half, and I bought a brand new 1971 Camaro SuperSport.
Okay,
And
so let me ask you then, have you always been a Chevy kind of guy?
Always
So why
been a Chevy
is
guy.
that?
I don't know. My dad was always a Chevy guy, and I've always liked Chevy cars. So I've always stuck with them.
It has good brakes though. Those front disc brakes come in pretty handy there, Graham.
Yeah, they do. They actually work. They're pretty good. Doesn't take much to step on the gas and get a little go.
And do you put premium unleaded in this thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for
Do
sure.
you have to add any more octane to make
I
it?
don't. I use Shell 93,
Yeah.
the V Power, and it seems to run on it
do the
really
job.
well.
Right. This engine sound though, Graham, like, I don't know, it's just perfect. It's got enough growl to it, no fancy exhaust pipes or anything like that, just all stock, and it's
Well, the mufflers are Flowmaster mufflers. They're not stock.
Oh, they're not stock.
No,
a
but
little bit extra. Okay.
Yeah, they're extra, but I don't have any headers on this car. It's just the exhaust manifolds that came with the motor. There's no headers, but it is a 2.5-inch straight exhaust with Flowmaster.
So it's got the straight pipes.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's a lovely sound though, isn't it? Like,
Oh, yeah,
it's hard to define it, but it's just bang
You've got to
on.
have some kind of noise.
You
for
got to
sure.
have a little bit
Oh,
of noise.
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So have you always lived in the area then?
No, I was in Brampton for 30 years. And
Oh, okay.
I moved out of there back in 2012,
Right.
and I have a condo at 10 in Eglinton area.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I love the front end on this.
yeah, it's nice to see the bumps on the hood.
Oh, yeah.
You know, gives it a little.
They might be decorative, but they just look so cool. Even the young kids recognize that this is something special.
Something different. Yeah.
And at these lights, we're going to turn left.
Okay. See, there's your blinker tap.
Let's have a look at that.
See?
Yeah, you're right.
See, it works. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
They've thought of that, haven't they?
Yeah, because it covers up the blinker right behind
And
it.
you've actually got a battery indicator there.
I've got all the gauges. Yeah, I've got oil, temperature, and charging, and then your fuel gauge is hidden too.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And they all work. They all work perfectly.
So then, going back in time, was your dad always a Chevy kind of guy?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, ever since I was born, I know the first car he had was when I was a baby, because I've seen pictures, he had a 52 Chevy,
Nice.
and then he had a 57. He'd buy a new car every 5 years.
Okay.
So he had a 57 and a 62, and then he bought the 67 Chevelle.
Amazing.
I had to talk him into getting bucket seats and everything, but because he was always a four-door sedan guy. But,
Right.
yeah.
With the bench seat probably as well as.
Yeah, he just had the bench seats,
Yeah.
and that was it.
You
Yeah.
got the extra kids in there.
Yeah.
But there's something special about bench seats too in the cars. I
Yeah.
do like those. Graham, I don't know how to describe it. There is just something special about the ride on this car.
About the which?
The ride.
Oh, the
Just
ride.
the way it feels.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not soft. It's not,
not
hard.
hard,
It's
yeah.
just right. Like
Yeah.
it's
yeah,
so
there's-
cool.
You don't feel any jarring bumps.
not at all. This is the kind of car you could drive for huge distances and not get tired, not be uncomfortable.
No. And it goes along the highway. It's not geared crazy, so you can go along the highway at 70 miles an hour all day long.
Yeah,
and
you can
it
cruise
just
forever,
runs
right?
along. Yeah, it just runs along really good. Yeah.
And there's no like nonsense cruise control or any of those
None of
things,
that
right?
stuff. No. No, it's pretty much a bare bones car. You know, it doesn't have too many features. It doesn't have power windows, which you could get if you wanted to.
Right.
It doesn't have that.
But the disc brakes are pretty good. That
They
is
are,
impressive.
Yeah. They're only drums in the back, a disc in the front, but
Yeah.
but they do work well.
Like I know in my MG, when you have to stop, you got to think about it. You got to plan ahead, like 2 days ahead almost.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
It's hard. Like there's no power or anything, and it's like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a bit of effort, even for a small car.
Yeah. You'd think it'd be easy to stop, but yeah.
Not really.
No, this one stops pretty good.
I notice on the side of the steering wheel, there's a
Yeah.
little chrome.
Yeah,
thing.
that's I got to admit, that's the only thing that doesn't work in this car. That's the emergency flashers.
Oh, that's where it is.
That was meant to be pushed in and turn your flashers on.
The four-ways, yeah.
And then pull it back out and they go off.
Okay.
But it doesn't work.
It's not operational.
And I'm not going to play with it.
So, no, right on. But there's no cup holders in this thing, right?
No, I wish.
Right?
Wish,
so what do you do with your Timmies? Like, you can't do the Canadian Tire Special. That'd be kind of silly.
You can open the console if you can balance it in there, but that's about it. There's no cup holders.
Well, it's like the Italian cars. You know what? You drink your coffee first, then you go
for your ride. Yeah. That's a terrible.
And heck, you wouldn't want to spill it all over the place either. So,
no.
Just as well.
Exactly.
Such a lovely machine, though, Graham.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. You know, like I really do enjoy the car, and I drive it when I can. Like people that have seen underneath the car don't believe that I actually do drive it, but
right, because it's clean there too.
It's so clean under there. They said, oh, you can't be driving this car, but I do. I drive it, but never in the rain and never down any construction or anything like that.
Yeah. You kind of baby her. Yeah, we're going to turn left where that car's coming.
Yeah.
So you said you got this 6 years ago, roughly.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And at that time you were looking for a 70 was your
Chevelle.
preference?
Yeah.
What kind of drew you to that? Like why, 7, 8 years ago, you kind of decided that I think I want to get something now?
I don't know. Through the years, I've always had something, and the last car I had actually was a 2011 Corvette Grand Sport, and I had that just for 3 years.
Okay.
And I got rid of that, and then I had nothing, and I thought, maybe one more time.
One more time.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Because I've got a friend that's got 5 cars, and it kind of gave me the bug. Yeah.
Yeah, they're bad influences, those guys, because it's like, another way to spend more money, right?
Exactly.
So why not? But hey, life is too short.
Yeah.
Next entrance.
Yeah. You want to go back in? Okay.
You may as well enjoy it. So do you have kids?
I got one son, and he lives in Fergus.
Okay.
So the car goes back and forth to Fergus every once in a while.
Does he have his eye on this thing?
No, he has his own car. He's got I think it's a 1997 Nissan 240 SX.
Oh, beautiful car.
So
he's a car guy too.
Yeah, he's a car guy. He got that from me, and I'm kind of glad. But yeah, he got that from me.
Nice. That is
a car
a beauty.
guy,
Yeah.
He's always interested in cars. He likes this car, but it's not his cup of tea.
Right. He likes the more modernish look and feel.
Yeah. Want me to shut her off?
Yep, you can turn her off.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, Graham, what do I say? Thank you so much. This was a blast.
Well, you're welcome, Kevin. You're welcome.
This car is absolutely stunning.
Well,
like in so many ways. I know when I saw it before, I said, I got to record this guy and this car, but this is spectacular.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You truly have a work of art, and it really is, every aspect of it. Actually, let me see if I can get underneath, because you keep saying how clean it is.
Well, you'll have to come on under the side, maybe.
Let me see if I can see it under here. Oh my God, even from this angle, Graham.
But if you look under here, you'll see the white paint underneath the...
Let me get in.
Yeah, if you can.
Jesus. You are not kidding.
No, I told you, I actually waxed that under there.
How do you get underneath to wax it?
The friend that has the 5 cars has a hoist in his garage.
Graham.
Yeah, so we go over there and have a few beers and wax the bottom.
I have never seen anything that clean in my life. Truly, it's better than a brand new car.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible. What a machine, Graham.
Yeah.
Again, I really want to thank you. This is a work of art.
Well,
and
thank
it
you,
truly
Kevin.
is beautiful.
Thank you very much.